Today, we're going to be making happy little symmetrical trees. This can be a frustrating project. If you take your time and go slow, it should go smoothly. If you do make a mistake, just remember they're happy little accidents. We're going to be gluing, so you can always glue things down and you won't even know that there's a mistake. First, we need to understand the word symmetry. Symmetry is when things or objects or drawings are the same on both sides. To understand the idea of symmetry, I drew 3 shapes. I drew a line down the center. Notice the heart and the square are the same on both sides. They are symmetrical. The bottom shape is not the same on both sides. It is asymmetrical. Since I'll be teaching you how to make a symmetrical tree, I provided you with some examples. Your tree does not have to be the same as mine or even the same as the ones in the pictures, but it will have to be the same on both sides because it's symmetrical. To start, you'll need a pair of scissors, a glue stick, a pencil, a half sheet of paper, and a quarter sheet of paper. A quarter sheet of paper is a large paper divided into 4. Your papers do not have to be the same colors as mine. Remember, you can use any paper that you have at home. If you only have white paper, you can take your small quarter section, mine is green, and you can use a crayon or marker to add color. My larger paper is black. We will be working mostly on the smaller paper. Mine is green. To start, I am going to go all the way to the edge and draw half of my tree. Not my entire tree, half. Symmetry is when things are the same on both sides. When I draw half of my tree, then I can carefully cut it out, and when I flip it, I will have an entire tree. Try very hard to neatly cut out your paper. You will need the tree and the background. Now I'm going to match up the larger section to the corners. I can glue this down. This should be the only thing I glue on until the end. Now that my larger piece is glued down, I am going to match up the tree I cut out. Then I'm going to flip it and match it up with the other side. Remember, I'm not gluing anything else yet. If you're happy with your tree, you can stop here. It is symmetrical, the same on both sides. If you want to keep going and make your tree a little more difficult, you can see on the right that I carefully drew another tree on top of the one I already cut. Now I cut it out and flipped it, and it's a little more interesting. Again, I can stop here if I'd like, or I can keep going. Remember, if you keep going, it gets a little more difficult. That's up to you. Now, because my paper is getting smaller, I just added 3 triangles. Then I need to cut them out and flip them again. You got it. For my final steps, I need to match up my shapes before I start gluing. To do that, I can lay things out and make sure that I know where everything is going to go. Everything is matched up. As you can see, it's not quite perfect because things are not glued down. That's okay. I know I have all my pieces and I know where they go. Now I'm ready for the fun part, to glue everything down and see how it will look. Now that I know where everything is going to go, I can carefully slide my pieces off to the side. Then I can one by one start gluing them back on carefully. If you get lost, you can always go ahead and set things back up to check your work. Take your time. Wow, this lesson wasn't always easy, but it looks really great now that we're done with our happy little symmetrical trees. Remember, symmetry is when things are the same on both sides. Take your time and have fun.